Welcome into the Saints broadcast. My name is Pedro Perez,
I'm Jace Parks, or The Truth.
and today we got an awesome series ahead of us. We have Steel Series versus Razor, and in a Rocket League best of three matchup, and I'm looking forward to it.
I am also looking forward to it. I think we got some players with some incredible mechanical skill, so they got some stuff to show us, and we're excited.
Definitely excited, especially when we have names like Swag Studios on the blue team and Vargil on the orange team. Anything is possible here.
It is. Which one are you going for out of the two?
I really like Swag Studios' odds at winning this game. I know he's peaked very high in comparison to the other players, so maybe we'll see kind of a blowout, but that's left to be determined.
I gotta disagree with you. I think Varseal's gonna take it. So I look forward to seeing who's right.
I personally think
True.
Vargil's a little bit out of his element here, but that's to be determined when we get into the gameplay, which should be starting up here shortly. But until then, I want to do predictions. Who do you think is going to win, orange team or blue team?
It's obvious. The truth knows the answers. It's gotta be Varseal.
I think blue team's going to take it. So
All
let's
right.
hop into the game when possible. Heading into the game, we will be seeing Steel Series versus Razor, and we already see Steel Series putting on an immense amount of pressure as we see Evan go for a shot and just barely miss.
Wow, that was almost an early lead for Razor right there, but defense did its job, did its thing. But it's back on Orange's side. Pressure's on him.
Absolutely, and we're seeing a skilled show class from the Steel Series roster. And will they be able to keep up the pressure, or will it be nullified offense? And that's to be determined, especially while we see Orange trying to put the ball in net, and Schwam is just unable to convert.
Swag Studios right there, your favorite pick, just sitting in the net, ready to defend. Love it from him. I
Absolutely.
didn't say it was bad, but I knew he was going to have some defense, but I think Varseal, oh, look at him take it in there. That's
Oh, now
my
we see
guy.
the 1v1. Oh, and Swag Studios comes out victorious in that 1v1, but Zombie 2005 has to make a save.
Wow, just barely.
I
Pushes
know.
it out.
And we're seeing kind of like a bloodbath here, especially with the 1v1 again. Will Vargil be able to score? Schwab takes the ball off Vargil, and that leaves Swag Studios with a free ball. And now with Schwam taking the shot, he scores! Razor takes the 1-0 lead in game one with 3:50 seconds left, and Schwam just snipes it into that top right corner.
Yeah, Schwam on neither of ours radars, too. And look at him just surpassing our favorite picks.
I know, and that's what's surprising. That's the thing about Rocket League. Anything is possible in this game. It's just a matter of who's going to show up for it as Vargil misses the open
Wow.
net.
The open net. You know, I might need to recalibrate my first pick at this point.
I don't know, it looks like Schwam might be the MVP on the orange team, but Swag Studios just getting balled. We need to see some pressure being applied by the Steel Series roster.
We really do. It's been on their side a good bit. Let's see if they can put the ball back on the other side. They don't. The net is open. He goes for it, and it does not go in.
No, unfortunately, it does not go in. But we're seeing players taking their shots, and now Blue gets a good clear, as I believe Swag Studios is just following up the ball, trying to apply pressure, and no one is there to follow it up with someone getting the demo, and Schwam tries to go for a shot, but just unable to convert.
Yeah, bomb is her. The ball's just been chilling in mid for the past like 30 seconds. I don't think any team has really progressed it too far past to the next goal recently. I want to see some action though. There
Not
we
at
go.
all, but
Getting
Blue is
closer.
putting on pressure on the backboard, which is a good sign if you're a Steel Series fan. They need to stay consistent here, the Steel Series roster, because inconsistencies is where teams start to kind of fall apart. But the ball is going to end up in the net, but Swag Studios with the goal line save, and it's a double!
Wow, that was the most heated moment that we've had so far. Swagster with that save right there. You'd love to see it, man. You've got the great pick so far.
Oh, and Swag Studios is trying everything to make sure his team is able to stay alive. Now it's left in a 1v1, and he does get the save. Swag Studios is doing everything on the ball, but he's just not able to put the final touches in to keep the ball out of his net, and Zombie scores.
Zombie 2005 showing up, showing us the mechanical skill that he's got. Takes it towards the net and just taps it in there. Make sure it's good.
2 minutes left on the clock with 2 goals. I think Steel Series has a chance at coming back because because let me tell you something. A minute per goal is more than enough time. We've seen Razor score 2 within a minute, I'd say, like from 350 to 2. Yeah, this is about 2 minutes. So Steel Series does have time. Razor just needs to start falling apart. But with Razor putting on pressure like this and everyone being awkward, it becomes kind of a question of, will Steel Series be able to come back?
Yeah, I mean, Steel Series has had plenty of opportunities thus far to get some goals, but you just don't see the conversion when it's on their side. They're just not finishing it. We've seen Razor do it twice now, and unfortunately Steel Series hasn't yet. So we just need to see that clutch factor, that ability to just get the job done.
Absolutely, and getting the job done is what Razor is doing well right now. Maybe missing a few touches, but they have the end product, which is probably the most important part in Rocket League. Because if you can hit your shots and the defenders can't defend the ball, then someone clearly has an advantage there.
Oh, of course. Right there we saw Swag hitting a great defensive shot.
And now with Varjo trying to push the ball forward, he misses the touch. And now Schwam going for a 50, and it's back in his corner. Blue has a chance to possibly score the ball. Everyone's flopping at the ball, and no one's able to score. With 30 seconds on the clock left, Steel Series' chances at winning this game are starting to look really grim.
They really are. I had some hope for them. They had 2 minutes on the clock, but it's just been a stalemate through the past minute 30, and oh my goodness, just as we were speaking.
Swag Studios, my boy.
Sneaks it in.
Absolutely, but there's 24 seconds left on the clock. That is more than enough time to possibly win the game. Go to overtime. We can do this. Sorry, it sounds a little biased.
No, we could see a lot more of this game fulfilled, and I want to. Let's see it go overtime, gladly.
We see a fake kickoff into a pass to Varjol, but Swag Studios gets the bang and almost finds the net with 15 seconds left on the clock. We need to see Blue apply the pressure. Forget rotations, just put the ball in the net. Varjol almost messing up. Swag Studios misses the open net.
5 seconds left. Keep it up, put it in.
It's possible, and the ball goes down and Razor gets the win. Game 1 win for Razor.
I mean, that was a great game from
Absolutely.
Razor. They did good stuff. And unfortunately, Steel Series just couldn't do the same that Razor was.
Nope. And Steel Series, we did see some great magic. I think Swag Studios really carried that defensive line. Obviously, getting that double save was peak, probably. But we're about to head into a replay here. And with the replay, I think we're going to see a lot of great highlights.
I agree. I'm ready to see some of the impressive plays from some of the players we're looking out for.
Absolutely. And now heading into the replay, we see Schwam getting a 50 in that corner, and he takes a shot and just snipes it into that top right corner. And then Swag Studios with the double save, absolutely electrifying as Zombie just puts it in the net. But Steel Series is able to get a consolation goal as Swag Studio slots it into the bottom left corner.
That was great stuff today. I mean, I didn't see my favorite player do any key things, but there was a couple players on his team that did some impressive stuff, and I was super happy to see that happen. Aside that, like, your team did great. You know, nice try.
Yeah. They're doing great. But Steel Series, obviously known for their gaming peripherals, great company. And the fact they're able to sponsor our blue team here today, absolutely phenomenal. And same thing with Razer. What are your thoughts on the Razer products?
The Razer products are great. I mean, I've used a Razer mouse for a long time. But I think we should get towards who we think is going to win this next map. Do we think that Steel Series is going to come back, or do we think that Razer is going to maintain their dominant position like they did first map?
The reason why I brought up Steel Series was because I think they're going to take the second map and we're going to see a game 3. Because we saw a team that kind of put their pieces together going into that last end. But being able to possibly close out the series would be amazing.
All right, well, let's put our predictions to the test as we move on to game 2.
Awesome. Now game 2 should be electrifying because this is match point now. Match point means everything to orange team and can mean so much to blue team if they're able to pull it off. And as we start now, we see Swag Studios hit the kickoff against Varjol. Again, the two highlight players of ours. And now the ball's in the left corner for blue team. As we see, Swag Studios hit the ball off the backboard. Will he be able to follow it? Yes, he does. As we've seen an insane pop from not really Evan. Swag Studio tries to go for the aerial shot and just barely misses.
Swag Studios has got some great ball control right now. I've seen it in his hands for a majority of this game thus far. But it's back on their side. Let's see if they've got the defensive skills. And they don't. Wow, Zombie 2005, he's shown us a key player so far. He had some great shots last game, and this is his first great shot this game.
It's that whiff by Swag Studios that allows Zombie to go in and get that goal. It is so unfortunate if you're Swag Studios. Kind of a confidence killer, but he has to stay confident. Especially off kickoff, he needs to make something happen. The Steel Series team needs to make something happen because currently it's looking like a shutout.
I agree. I think it's the key players in those key moments right now and who is fulfilling those moments. And right now we're seeing 2005 do that a lot, and Swag is just about doing it and just not fully pulling it off.
Oh, and we see an own goal. That was probably harder to score than it was to clear there for Liam.
Another great shot from Zom 2005. Really perfectly placed right in the net from half court.
But there is 4 minutes left. Even though Razor has a 2-0 lead, we could still see the tide shift. With Swag Studios going for the kickoff, we see Vargil get an insane cheat, but Evan kind of misses the hit off the ball, and now Vargil's able to apply pressure, but Swag Studios gets a very clutch clear. And now we see Liam try and go for the shot, but Zombie bangs it into that blue goal.
Wow, this first game looked like a warm-up at this rate. Zombie 2005 is really pulling out his real skill and showing Steel Series that he wants to win, and we're seeing that from him.
Absolutely, and we're kind of seeing an MVP player who we did not have any expectations for. Zombie 2005, who are you?
Who are you indeed? I think he's trying to show us that right now, though.
No, for real. This is like our next world champion that we're witnessing right now. As Swag Studio takes the ball into their top right corner, but Zombie is just able to get the ball out of harm's way. But it ends up in harm's way, but Schwam gets the clear, and it was a perfect play. But where's Liam going? Will he be able to hit the ball? Swag Studios is back to recover the ball, but everyone misses the ball, and Schwam just gets a floater over the defense.
Wow. From Schwam with the good save to keep it out of the net to Schwam tapping it in and making that closing play. It's 0-4 right now. Razor is up.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
It's looking a little rough for Steel Series to come back here, but with 3 minutes left, anything's possible, especially when Swag Studio scores off kickoff.
Wow. You'd think 3 minutes left. It's a 4-0. There might not be a chance anymore, but Steel Series gets that goal, and their opportunity is just widened real quick.
And just like last game, 3-goal deficit, 3 minutes left on the clock. It's possible for Steel Series to come back, especially when Swag Studios calls off his kickoff to go for it himself, and now he has a chance for an air dribble from his backboard, elects to take control, and just barely misses the ball. He needs a teammate to follow up as Liam backflips. Evan misses, but Swag Studios is able to clear the ball. And now we're seeing Swag Studios have an open backfield. He's getting every 50. Everyone misses, but gets bumped from behind by Vargil. And now Evan has to make a clutch play, but now no one's back for Steel Series.
Yeah, we saw a lot of back and forth right there. I am not sure who the ball's favor is in right now. Right now, Schwam's going for it, pushing it towards the net, passing it to his teammates, but nothing's going off. It's just sitting in the middle.
Absolutely, and as we see Vargil going for this aerial, we see a slight double commit. And now we see Zombie 2005 just taking control in his corner. Not too dangerous, as he just balls out two defenders, but Swag Studios takes the shot. Swamp misses the save, and it's a goal! Swag Studios, clutch genes activated.
Oh, they are. I think 2005 brought up the fight, and Swag Studios was ready to fight back, and he is starting to warm up.
Absolutely. 2 minutes left on the clock. This reminds me of last game, 2-goal deficit going into the second minute. Anything is possible because this Steel Series team is really starting to light up now.
Yeah, this is what we need to see from them all along. We needed this pressure, we needed this activity, this mechanical prowess, and it's finally coming out to the real show.
but Swag Studios able to recover off of a poor 50 and get the save for Liam. And Vargil gets a great pass mid as Zombie takes a shot, but Swag Studios able to just take control, but he gets bumped by Evan, and now Liam, who's last back, leaves the net, and Schwam, an absolute goal scorer, gets the goal.
He has been a dominant presence in this game thus far. I feel like it's been Swam left and right. We just keep saying his name because he's doing everything.
Absolutely, and we have to start like questioning who's going to be our MVP at the end of the series, because we're seeing this orange team showing hot fire. Everything they're doing on the ball turns into goals, and we're seeing Vargil here just putting on the pressure, but he whiffs the shot.
Yeah, I was expecting a lot from him today, and it's okay that he's not providing. I think he's had some really beneficial defensive measures that helped out the team, but his players on his team, both Zom and Schwam, they are putting on a show for us today.
Absolutely, and you have to question, does that come from the solidity of having a teammate like Vargil on your team? Most likely, but with 1 minute remaining on the game, we're really seeing a shutout here. 5-2 scoreline with 50 seconds left. We just need to see this Steel Series team start hammering shots onto the net, but Schwam's able to progress the ball into the opponent's corner, and he just leaves the ball, and Swag Studios gets a free pitch out to the front field as he balls one, and Schwam gets the save.
Man, Swag was looking really competitive on that approach, but it just didn't work out for him. Orange team gets the control and makes the goal again.
6-2 goal line. 30 seconds left. It's looking unlikely. I've seen it happen before. I've scored 4 goals in 30 seconds. It's possible.
We're going to have to see a kickoff right here, yeah.
No, but you could just tell Razor's looking very confident. Their kickoffs are looking very strong, and it's looking highly unlikely, close to impossible at this point for Steel Series. With the ball in their corner, Swag Studios kind of struggling to take possession. Time's just running at this point.
Yeah, I think you see the players themselves even realizing that they do not have a lot of a chance right now.
Barely, if any. And Swag Studios gets the save. With 4 seconds left, I think that's GG's, unfortunately. That was a great showing by the Razor roster, and unfortunately, just unable to close it out for Steel Series.
Yeah, let's see some of our winning and losing teams' reactions to those games. Their games just finished, and I think they're chilling out.
Yeah, you could see Razor looking really happy and Steel Series kind of being a little bit sad. But it's the game. When you lose a series, getting swept, it becomes really rough.
That's how it works, man. It's a cutthroat world out there. Rocket League, soccer, all of it.
Rocket League is definitely one of those sports where it becomes really difficult to keep your mental in the game, and you have to question if Steel Series had their mental in the game that whole time, because after that second goal went in, we saw a bit of a comeback starting, but just unable to finish it, and they went down 4 goals.
Yeah, I agree. It just seemed to be who was locked in first, and it just looked like Orange team did it. Razor was just locked in right from the get-go.
Absolutely. And we're going to have replays coming up very shortly, because this is going to be quite a hectic replay. There's a lot of goals to go through.
There is. Ready to see them.
And on to the replays. We have, starting off with the first goal, we see the Swag Studio miss as Zombie capitalizes. And then Zombie just hitting the ball into the corner, but Liam gets an amazing redirect into their net.
That was incredible.
That was indeed incredible. And Zombie just getting his second goal of the game.
That was technically his third, right?
Was it? I have no idea. I did not see the hat-trick symbol come up. But Schwam is able to put it in the net for a 4-0 lead going into the 3rd minute. And then Swag Studios gets a consolation
There we go.
goal.
Yeah.
And then we start seeing the hammer get applied as everyone's missing the ball and unable to convert, but that leaves Swag Studios with an open shot eventually, and he gets to convert it to the 4-2 scoreline that we all love. But now we start seeing the meltdown happen as Vargil is just able to pass the ball mid for Schwam, and then we see just an unfortunate miss from Liam, which leads to the 6-2 scoreline. And Schwam had a great game, and we saw it over and over, especially with the goal line saves by Swag Studios. It was really unfortunate that Steel Series was unable to finish out the game.
I agree, but looking back at those replays, it was Schwam in 2005 that had some of the most impressive goals. But I do want to point out that one of the players on the other team had one of the most impressive goals. I think all of them were fairly easy for Razor, but Steel Series had this one where their player had like 3 goals in the net, and he was able to sneak it past him, and it was one of the best shots there. So despite the fact that they lost, they had a great showing.
Absolutely. And we're just gonna vote on our MVP here. Who do you think your MVP is?
I got to go with 2005. Those youngsters got it.
I gotta go with 2005 too, because not only did he show up in that last game, but he also showed up in the first game. So that should wrap up our broadcast. My name is Pedro Pires,
And I'm Truth again.
and thank you so much for coming out. We appreciate, and we'll see you guys next time.
All right, peace out, guys.